Hey YouTube, it's Sean. Sorry I've been away for a while, guys. I've been real epic sick. Got the lung and nose. Not cool. Anywho, this is what we're up against on my truck. Backed it in here because I had a power steering issue, right? You had to wrestle it to get it to do anything. Well, I actually found this pulley in the road. Come with me. Pulley was laying right out here in the road. So I picked it up, and this is what I found. You see it? Hang on, guys. Get you where you can see it. See all the cracks in there, guys? It's epic. The other side's the same way. So, this is what we're up against. Come on up here and we'll take a look. Incidentally, this is made out of composite plastic, okay? So let's get down here and underneath the hood. And let's focus down here. And there's the boss that's left over. So we had to pull that off. I went over to the old local AutoZone and they lent me this tool. Actually, this is only half of it. This is the puller kit. The other half is the installer kit. I got the part ordered. So right now we're going to try using this and pulling it off. So let me get it set up on the shaft. I'll be right back. Alright YouTube, it's Sean back, and I had to actually pull the power steering pump off the truck, which, hey, that's fine. We did it. It's 3 bolts. They're all the same. And a 1/2 inch or a 13 will take them right off. And they're very accessible. You have to take, you know, this fitting loose. And there's a hose down here. Be careful not to break off your fitting like I did. Off your tank. Either that or you have to get a new tank or fix the one you broke off. Alright, be right back and we'll show you the puller. Go. Alright guys, it seems to be coming off there real hard. So I decided to get the old air ratchet out, or air wrench out. See if we can get it off there. It's coming off really hard, guys. Oof. There it is. That would have been a lot of work by hand. I'm glad I decided to do that. But there's the boss. It came out of this old pulley. That was the boss that was in the center of this at one time. And that's why I found the pulley in the road. So, there we have it. Call that junk. Now we gotta clean the pump up a little bit, get some of this junk out of here. We'll start waiting for our part to come in. It's ordered, and we'll be back when we go to install it, guys. Alright, be right back. Hey YouTube, Sean. And I'm back here, working on the reservoir spigot that I broke off. Alright, so I'm going to put a brass one in there. No sense messing around. And let's use this I think it's a 5/16 bit, and I just drilled the hole for it right down in the center of where it broke off. Okay, and then I took my brass fitting, and you know how they come with barbs on both ends. It's just barbs on both ends. Well, I took the end I put in here in the bottom. Get up there. And I put it in the drill chuck. Just chuck it up. I took it over the angle grinder over here, or excuse me, to the grinder wheel, and took off 90%, at least 90% of the barbs, and it went right in there, and it's solid. We ain't done yet though. Then I took my wheel, just a wire wheel, and I scuffed up all that plastic tank really good. Really good. The next thing we're going to do is, I'll be right back. I'll show you. Alright guys, next thing you need to do is take your carburetor cleaner. Make sure you got good carb cleaner. And I just use this junk from Walmart that, I mean, don't use, you know, just has to be chlorinated. It has to be good carb cleaner, so you really want it to soften the plastic a bit. Just spray it good. And there you go. Let that dry naturally. Do not wipe it. I wiped it when I cleaned it the first time. Forgot to tell you that. You clean it initially and then you leave it. And then the next thing you do, see, it's already evaporating. Next thing you do is get your steel stick. I'll be right back. Let me open this. Alright guys, here we go. Bring it in here maybe. Just a little bit. You really can't where you're sitting. But you want your steel stick. You get yourself and chew yourself off a piece. Not literally. Uh-oh. Ew, this steel stick looks like it's old. It's crumbling. Yeah. Never seen it do that before. Well, I can't use that. That's awful. Alright guys. Guess we'll get her some more. Alright guys, I'm back. Had to get me some steel stick out of the house that I already had open. I just went today and bought that one that I showed you, and it the outer shell right here wasn't soft. Not soft at all. This is soft, so I guess it's been on the shelf a while, but I'll take it back to the store and get old Dave to give me my money back, or give me another tube that is good. But anyway, yeah, okay, rather than peeling the plastic off, what I like to do with this stuff is just cut it, okay? I like to just figure out how much I want and just cut it off. It's just basically a two-part dough. It's got the outside and the inside. The outside is the hardener, and the inside is the steel. Okay? So once you get done with it though, I like to always put this little silver cap back on here over the top. Try to press it around, and then just put it back in the tube, and it's good for next time. Alright, next thing you need to do is peel your plastic off. I'm too close. Guys can't see. There we go. Alright, so there's a little thin layer of plastic wrap over this stuff, which I noticed that wasn't on that other tube, so probably a manufacturer defect, I don't know. Well, that's not wanting to come off there very well, but it will. There we go. Got it. Alright, and then what you do with this stuff is you knead it. Just keep kneading it in your hands. Yeah. Just knead it around till you get it all one color. It comes out one color when it's ready. And it should be real soft. You shouldn't have to have that crunchy stuff like we had in the last part of this. Alright, so just knead this around till it's one color. It's half gray, half black. So now, oh yeah, there we go. You might want to wear gloves on this part. I never do. It's never bugged my skin. But it's up to you. Anyway, there it is. One piece. Now, this is what I do. I roll it like this till it's one long snaky looking thing, and then I start pressing it around my part. Okay, and you just want to press it in there real good. Work it around there and press it in and get it to where it's forming as tight as it can around the actual part that you're working on. And you can use a little pocket knife or something to help you press it in, or a screwdriver or whatever you got. Make sure whatever you're using isn't all greasy. You want to keep the steel clean. Yep, just keep pressing it in, dragging it in, working it down. And then see, that's where that there wire wheel or sandpaper or whatever you got works. If you don't get the plastic to where it's got some tooth on it, some grip power, then that steel's not going to stick, guys. And that's why I recommend cleaning it with some sandpaper and making sure that it's real clean. And I also recommend using some carb cleaner, and not, once you get that carb cleaner on there, let it sit for a minute, because it helps etch the plastic to where you can get some tooth on it. Alright. Okay, I'm going to drag this back a little bit so I got room for the hose. Yeah. That's looking good, guys. Worked right in there. And when you're all done, you let this set harden. They say it works pretty fast. I recommend, if you got a big job, you know, a good thick coat like this, I recommend just letting it sit till tomorrow. 24 hours, somewhere in that area. That's what the box says. Read the instructions and follow them. But there you go. Not bad. When it's all done and set up and hardened, all you got to do is give it a quick sand, and you know, if you want to throw some paint on it, you can. But yep, that's just saved me $50 for that tank. All right. Yeah, I could have went to the wrecking yard and got one, but it still have that same stupid plastic fitting on it. Who knows if I'd have bust that one off trying to get to save it for this one, but there you go. It's all worked in. Now we just let it sit up and harden. Sweet. Alright, thanks for coming along, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye. Thumbs up. Alright, YouTube. This is how you put your new pulley back on with the kit. This is a kit from AutoZone. It's a 27031. May vary upon your application. I know some of the Chevys take different kit. But anyway, we're working on a basically a Mopar. It's a Jeep. Okay. So there's the new pulley sitting on there. Here's the installation tool. Get this up here. Screw this down here. You want to make sure that installation tool is down on the bottom. There we go. Okay. Alright. Next thing you do, now it looks like I need to get a different socket. I'll be right back. Got her? Alright. Alright, here we go, guys. I'm going to push it back on there with air. The thing I know is you got to be careful about how far back you drive your new pulley. So here we go. That's it. That's all you got. Went right on. Went right on. Cool. So you want to make sure that you don't drive it on there too far. New one will go on a whole lot better than the old one came off. Okay. Yeah, you want, if you drive that on too far, you're liable to run it up against the seal, and it ain't going to be good. You want it to not drag on the back. But there you go. She's installed. And here's the repair we made on our return line. And that's not a pressure line, guys. That's a return line. So there's no pressure here at all. So all we got to do is put it back on the truck. Stay tuned, I'll be right back. Alright YouTube, this is how you do this. You don't want this power steering line. This is the high pressure power steering line. Now this is your water line. You don't want it to be up against there, and you don't want it to be up against your tank. You want it to be in between there, okay? You're gonna have a gap on both sides, okay? So I just put my fingers between there, and this is your high pressure line. You tighten it up. It's gonna take you a 5/8 end wrench, and you just make sure that you have a gap, a good gap between both. You don't want to wear a hole in this line, or your tank, okay? And that's important on these Chryslers, because if you do, then you've got to go ahead and replace your tank or your lines, or it could cost you a motor. So there you go. Be right back. Alright YouTube, next thing you need to do is look for a belt diagram, belt routing. And there you go, okay? And that's for your serpentine belt, okay? And that shouldn't be hard to find. It should be on the shroud. It should be on your hood somewhere. It should be somewhere on your core support, or it should be up here, depending on your vehicle. But you need to look for that, because routing your belt wrong sucks, and it will get you in trouble quick. Okay? I happen to know how this one works, so we'll be right back, guys. Alright YouTube, there you go. You got those 3 bolts. Again, you got those 3 bolts, and the pulley has holes in them for you to get to them. Then you have your return line right there. Going in here. That's the return line. That's one I repaired. And then you have your high pressure line. It's on top. That's it. So it's just running again, and we got steering. Alright. So, yay. Remember, if you watch, thumbs up, guys. It's been an epic vehicle so far. It's never given me trouble too much. And that was the original pulley that we had to change. So, not too bad. Alright. Take care, guys. Remember, if you watch, thumbs up. Bye-bye.